All right, in this week's social media headlines, we're going to discuss Twitter, everything that Elon announced about his plans over the next 5 years. We're going to get into TikTok, creators, and lots of other stuff that's happening in the news. My name is Kip Russell, head of social media for Spinny Tech, an advertising agency. I'm also an influencer myself with 1 million social media followers. Needless to say, live and breathe this stuff. Been doing it since the MySpace days. So I'm sharing everything that's important to me in the space. The first thing we're going to cover is Elon Musk's plan to increase Twitter's user base over 200% over the next 3 years. One of the major things he announced in his SEC filing. A big thing here, some key points to point out. His plans are to really go from 229 million daily users, says, to 930 million by 2028. It's a long 5-year window. The roadmap also outlines 5x increase in Twitter's revenue. It's going to be an interesting play. I like this dynamic here from not just relying on advertisement to go into a subscription model. I think the subscription model adds some continuity. The couple things I like about it is the subscriptions will be for businesses too, right? So they'll pay to have like a legitimate, extra bells and whistles and verification with Twitter Blue. Also, individuals can get into it. So I think there's a good thing that removes the anonymousness or the random profile. So you have less, power is an anonymous person just tweeting negative stuff. But if you get Twitter Blue and people become more legit on the platform, it'll probably sway the way people weigh criticism and context and communication on the channel. So I like that. And I like the continuity from brands and certain key users to be on the platform and have certain bells and whistles and check marks. So I think because of the earned media potential of Twitter and the way that it is, the global discourse, I think that's a smart move. And I think it would also, as he removes bots, will be a powerful play. He plans to cut staff by 1,000 and then grow it with new staff, different, probably focus on different things. So a lot going on. You can actually read more at Social Media Today if you guys are looking for the full article here. But I do think there's a lot of activity. I think Twitter's already been growing from the earned media conversation around Elon's acquisition. So good stuff here. Interesting to see where he's taking it. I definitely think it's going to be another, phase 3 of the internet. Here goes Twitter leading the charge. And I do like the idea of verification and a paid platform if it can hit scale, especially with businesses. That continuity is great. Again, it's supposed to replace 50% of the revenue because it's walking away from ad revenue. I don't know how many subscriptions American people can take, but this is an interesting play. And Twitter keeps doing some interesting things. Some other Twitter news here. So Twitter expands tweet reply ad placements to all app advertisers. I don't know how it's taken this long for Twitter to roll this out, but this is a really good placement. I think basically the basic functionality is if you like an ad, like maybe it's a movie, I typically end up liking the movie advertisements or trailers. You can then get at replies from that brand, I think, on basically autopilot. So, weekly reminders to a movie rolling out, et cetera, et cetera. This is, to me, the best ad placement that Twitter offers. So that they're rolling it out to all app advertisers is a great thing. Even for the little guy, this could be a really interesting play. I know, most users don't get a lot of engagement, so this will be the 1 or 2 notifications they get on a weekly basis. Is a decent play by Twitter. Again, Twitter's more of a mass media, not a really niche, local business type of friendly advertiser. So we'll see if this helps them find a whole new advertiser on the platform. Another thing that they're testing, Twitter, is expanding TikTok lookalike display format in its Explore tab. So you basically can go to a For You page on Twitter. You've essentially seen every network from Pinterest to YouTube Shorts to Facebook to Instagram adopt Twitter's full feed. I think the 2 things that really TikTok innovated is they went to full feed news, so one swipe you're on to the next piece of content. That speed is what has made it sticky and has really trumped and led to the growth of the channel. The speed is the thing that kills, right? It kills in all business, and I think that's why everyone's trying to pivot to that. People stay in and they're sort of stuck in that For You page, and now Twitter's getting into the game, so it's interesting to see that that's happening as well. The one mistake, I think, not a mistake necessarily, that TikTok has made is they're expanding a test of new Friends tab replacing Discover. Discover, essentially, for you guys that don't know, is like the Discover part of Instagram where you want to go see what kind of is happening across the platform. You go to Discover to see trends and celebrities and what's going on, and it's a good ad placement, I think, too. Now they're trying to replace it with watch your friends videos, and you're like connecting your contacts from Facebook. I think the one thing that has made TikTok unique to Instagram, unique to Facebook, is you don't really follow your friends there, and it gives you a little bit more not anonymousness, but a little bit less self-consciousness to create, because you're not worried about your friends and family seeing that video, which I do think hinders creativity with Facebook and Instagram. There's almost like the keeping up with the Joneses aspect of that channel. So you gotta put on this picture perfect life. I think the thing that makes TikTok unique is you can kind of be yourself and and find your clique, right? So this feels like a lot of Facebook, people moving to TikTok and implementing something that feels very Facebooky to me. So we'll see if that plays out. I'm not a huge fan of it because I do like the aspect of it's more you're discovering your tribe on TikTok versus Instagram and Facebook. Is you start with the core of your friends and family, and I think that's what makes them unique, but it's also a hindrance to creativity on those platforms. So we'll see if the watch your friends feed is good. The one thing I do like, and I think they need to double down more on, is as you build followers on TikTok. For example, myself has about 800,000 followers. You want more people to see your content that follow you, and they need to work on that aspect of it more than I think people want their friends and family there. So I would double down on that versus double down on this. This might also be a growth hack. They're trying to just get more people to the platform to accelerate growth. I'm not sure it's a great play. It feels like almost a step backwards for TikTok, but they've been doing a lot of great things, including moving on. Really, TikTok takes first step towards improving creator monetization with Pulse programs. So essentially, the top creators, or if you make it into the Pulse program, which is our basically saying TikTok clips that are in the top 4% of performance on any given day, will be splitting ad revenue 50% in the Pulse program. So another move to reward creators, a great move by TikTok, and there's some good chess moves by Instagram as well. So again, creators are the variable on all these channels. People are moving to where there's the most value for themselves as a creator. So TikTok, anyone can go viral. It's a great place to play. You can build brand. You can move people to other channels. It's really the gateway drug for all your social media needs right now. And then you're creating that content. You're actually syndicating in all your other channels. So you start at TikTok and go everywhere else. So I really like this move that they're expanding it and creating more ways, kind of like YouTube, to really incentivize creation. Ultimately, people are going to end up on the platform that they can make a living from, or a good side income, right? So YouTube is notoriously the best payer of creators, but it's also a harder one to grow. So if you can use TikTok, or you can monetize on TikTok, and then your other channels become secondary, TikTok's going to win the long run. So I like that move. Meta updates Reels monetization, though, to counteract that with better incentives for creators. A couple things here. They're sweetening the deal for Reels with an update to Reels Play bonus. Will restructure its payment processes while launching new challenge options for Facebook Reels, providing more ways to earn money from your short clips. YouTube's doing the same. You're going to see all the players trying to take care of this. I think the one note in this article here that I'm reading from social media today is, where was the usage statistics? I thought was pretty staggering. Meta noted that Reels clips now take up more than 20% of the time that people spend on Instagram. Crazy stat. While video content overall makes up 50% of the time that users spend on Facebook. So video and vertical video and sticky video is the game, and also is the game to figuring out how to monetize. So within this article, Facebook's talking about sort of a new ad format where instead of like breaking up the reels or having a full frame, in-stream ad, they're actually just adding a little box. I'll share a little screenshot of it. They're sharing a little box that basically pops up within the reel. So it's an interesting new format. I think I said this in my last video. They have to figure out how to monetize Reels, and TikTok has to figure out how to add more ad revenue in to make it or break it. I wonder if Twitter's subscription model works. Do more these platforms roll out the paid checkmark verification subscription model for brands that get more bells and whistles, et cetera, and that becomes a replacement for ad revenue. So we'll see. All sorts of craziness happening in the landscape. Truly is a great time and an interesting time for social media. The last thing I'll talk about, and this is really for your strategies, is Snapchat announces a new ad partnership with Cameo. I've been preaching to my clients for years now that, or not years, a year now, that they need to be using Biz Cameo. Cameo is the celebrity sort of shout out app where you can pay for like a celebrity to do like a birthday video for a friend, but they then added a business aspect to that where you can pay a celebrity to be an endorser for way less than it would cost to go directly through their agent, et cetera, celebrities essentially make a video from their house, and then you can cut it up and do what you with what you want with it in your advertisement. So Snapchat has now partnered with Cameo, unveils the new Snap Originals. You can actually partner directly with celebrities here. The bigger trend is that it's getting more competitive in the space, and you need to focus on other ways to break through with thumb-stopping creative. So some people are just relying on their own ads. I've been saying whether it's a high-profile influencer or micro-influencers or Cameo getting a cheaper celebrity, you need ways to break through the newsfeed as things are becoming more competitive. So this is a great move by Cameo and Snapchat. We'll see how it plays out. I do like this for your ads in general. So if you're running ads on Facebook, e-com stuff, all that, you need to be grabbing celebrities and micro-influencers. So that's it for today's social media news. If you have any more things I should cover or want me my insight on something, please comment below. And thanks for your time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.